A lot of interest in Saturday's game at Skilled Stadium, with the informed Swans taking on the disappointing, yet still hopeful Geelong. Mark Thompson conceded his team would miss the finals, but publicly stated they wanted to finish off the season with 3 wins. If they did that, then who knows, they could sneak into the 8 on percentage. It wouldn't be easy up against Sydney, who are in form at the right time of the year and looking to shore up 3rd or 4th spot. In the Cats' favour is the Swans' record at Skilled. They just don't go there. Now, only one match there in 6 years.
Mooney with some physical pressure got rid of Robert Thompson.
Did he what?
Goes inside 50. Here comes Ottens. The big fella takes a spectacular grab.
Oh, Jude Bolton. Is he hurt, Jude Bolton?
What courage. Kick on its way. Started right. It went straight. It's just snuck in. Links up with Ablett. Ablett winds up from 60. Goes towards the square. They've snuck behind the defence. And Grundy will kick the goal. In right. Now to Johnson at 50. Had Ablett tracking past, thought better of it. Will go long towards the square. There's Lonergan, as I mentioned. And he's got it on the line. And that move pays immediate dividends. Cats have got 3.
Let's have a look how big Cam Mooney goes in hard, and let the pictures say the same story we see too often, really, from Cam Mooney.
It's a foot race against Lonergan. Ablett kept his feet, did well, couldn't take clean possession though, kept running. Grundy, Heath Grundy, have a bounce, don't worry about that, kick the goal, young man, and he does.
Thought about the short gift to Bartel, instead he went to Johnson. Johnson steps around a man, gives it to Prismal off balance, works it back. That's a great finish from the youngster.
He goes long, inside forward 50. Bartel, all he had to do was stand and wait, drop the mark, but wins himself a free kick.
Otten's one out in the goal square.
He spotted it, loads up, Jimmy Bartel, and nails the goal. There's the first in the second term.
Fosdyke kept his head over the ball. He's taken down by Chapman. Just no time for either side to get a kick. Malcheski's wrapped up. Spills to Bolton. Flying snap at goal. He's good!
Oh.
David Johnson in from the side. Mark Pade gives it off to Hunt with a booming left boot. Keeps it low with the breeze and drives it home. He's already surpassed his season average. It spills to Richards. Being harassed by Milburn, steadies up, goes for it, and kicks a goal. He was just motioning to go and pick up the football. My apologies. Here's Fosdyke. Still, it woke you up. Inside 50. O'Loughlin. Deliberate approach from 30 metres out, and he steers it home. Massive players inside 50, as you'd imagine. You can see them there. Goes to the pocket. Steve Johnson. Johnson to re-establish a buffer for the Cats. He steers it home.
Looks to switch. Risky, very risky when it hits the opposition. Paul Chapman moves it on to big Cam Mooney. Can go if he wants to. Johnson to provide the shepherd. Mooney to finish it off.
Fatiguing reasonably early on. It's a lot of work to get through. Johnson in from the side.
Wow.
That's David Johnson, not Steve. Plays on. Ablett, open goal. Here's Luke Ablett. Through traffic. Spears towards Roberts Thompson, who's gone forward. O'Loughlin receives from Grundy and kicks the first goal of the final term.
Big start.
No matter.
Turnover here.
Kick missed McVeigh. Corey to pump it back in. Goes to 50. Ottens and Barry. Rook at the back. Just has to steady up from the angle. Jared Rook goes for it and kicks a goal. Goods.
Like this.
Through some traffic. Just explodes away like they're standing still. Runs to 65. Goes to O'Loughlin at the back.
There, as any forward knows, you caught behind as he kicks the goal. Sorry, Jace.
Puts it out into the path of Prismal. Has been solid. 11th possession for him. That was good. It opens up for Corey. Mooney leads up the middle. It's an open goal square. Corey will set sail for home and try to bounce it through. Johnson shepherds. Goal to the Cats.
And it was a nice start by the Cats, getting out to a 14-point lead at quarter time. Sydney having a better of the second quarter, back to 8 points at the main change. But then the third quarter really was the quarter that set up the win. 4 goals to 1 for Geelong, out to a 25-point margin, and the final break was 27 points. Their 10th win of the season, still in 9th spot, and they've got Melbourne next week at Skilled Stadium, and Melbourne just don't win down there. Sydney dropped down to 5th, 12-8, to the Telstra Stadium, and they should beat the Brisbane Lions next week, just under 22,000 at Skilled. Otten's got 3. Steve Johnson picked up 2 for Geelong. For Sydney, Mickey O'Loughlin with 3, 2 each to Grundy and O'Keefe. Injury-wise, clean sheet for Sydney. For Geelong, a couple of groin strains. Burns should be okay. Cameron Ling, perhaps a chance of missing next week. After the match, Mark Thompson was asked whether he regrets his team is performing now when it appears to be too late.
No, not really. What's happened's happened, and we had a terrible first half. We've had a pretty reasonable second half. 3-7. On the second 10, we're 7-3. So we know that we buggered up early in the year. We know that we've done some things to rectify it. I know there's a review taking place, and we just want to really propel ourselves into 2007. That's what we're looking forward to.
Early in the season, you probably spend a lot of time talking about losses and worrying about losses and how you're going to address things and all that sort of stuff. But as you're getting closer to the end of the season, you've got to move on pretty quickly, and that's the message to the players. We've lost. We've got 2 games to go. You've got to really come out and win next week and fly the flag. So the game's over. There's nothing.